All right, folks, it's not clickbait, I promise you. But apparently the Chicago Bears have already decided what they're going to do with that number one overall pick. So let's talk about it, people. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NFL. Here to talk about the Chicago Bears and here to talk about something that I want to share with you guys in regards to this source report, if you will, of what the Bears are going to do with that number one overall pick. I told you it's not clickbait, so let's talk about it. So this is coming from Ben Allbright. I've mentioned him before on the channel. He's a reporter for the Denver Broncos. And yes, he is a legit person. It is a report. It's not a fake account. And he posted on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, when responding to another, I believe, reporter or person, Trevor Woods. And he basically said that the Bears have already decided what they're going to do with the number one overall pick. And yes, it's Caleb Williams. They're going to take him. So the tweet, which I'm showing you guys here, the thread basically was talking about J.J. McCarthy. And, you know, Ben Allbright said he's not going to be number one, but he could be 2 or 3. And then, you know, he was asked about, is Williams that much of a lock at 1? And he said, yes, Bears have decided. And yes, he's 1. Okay. So I told you it's not clickbait. That's the source. That's the report right there for you guys. Now let's talk about this. Do I believe this? Short answer is no. I don't. Ben Allbright is not a Schefter. He's not a Ian Rappaport. But he's a reporter. That's why I thought it was legitimate to bring this up. He's not just some nobody right on Twitter that's just putting fake stuff out there. He's a reporter with credentials. And he's not going to want to put stuff out there that is completely fake. Now, do I believe it? I don't. I don't believe right now at this very second, with it being in February, that the Bears have already decided on what they're going to do with the draft still a ways away. And that's just because, to me, I've said this before, it is the hardest decision of Ryan Poles' career. This is the biggest decision he's ever made thus far. And to me, it's not an easy one. And so to me, I think they're going to literally probably up until maybe draft week, they're going to go back and forth on what they want to do. Now, that's not my official prediction, but I'm just saying I don't think they've decided yet. But it's very interesting to me that Ben has come out and said that they have already decided. So this either means a couple of things. Number one, obviously a source has told him that this is the case and they have in fact decided. Or two, he is kind of gathering everything that he's hearing from people and basically making this proclamation. But he seems very, direct and sure about it. So, and that's just kind of the nature of how he is. I've seen a few of his tweets. He's very kind of brash about stuff. And so that's what he's saying. And look, it very well could be right. I've told you the betting odds, the odds makers, the markets, they all point towards the Bears taking Caleb at number 1. I just feel like Ryan Poles is just going back and forth on this topic. And, I still don't think he's decided yet. I could be wrong about that. And obviously we won't know the answer until the draft. But just wanted to share this with you guys that we have an actual NFL reporter coming out and basically saying that the Bears have decided. And yes, he's number 1. I shared with you guys like Shefty and Ian and even Brad Biggs, these other guys, saying that it's leaning in that direction. And yeah, their guess would be Caleb goes number 1. But we now have a reporter basically saying it's decided. It's a done deal. Like, we can just skip towards the draft. Caleb's going number 1. Justin's presumably going to get traded. And that's it. So, certainly interesting stuff here. I don't think Ryan Poles has decided yet. But I want to hear what you guys think. Leave a comment down below with your thoughts. Do you believe the Bears have already decided what they're going to do with that number 1 overall pick? Leave a comment down below as always.